I don't know about you. The other day I was driving down the highway and I was probably trying to get somewhere. And I don't know about you, but every time I see the GPS, I see it as a challenge. So when the GPS tells me that it's going to take me 3 hours, I say, ha. I'm going to see your 3 hours with 2 hours and 30 minutes. Y'all pray for me. I know. Y'all pray for me. I'm just trying to get off the road. But this time, I know my wife is shaking her head at me already. Don't just forget that part of the sermon, babe. And so, but this time I'm driving down the road, and Elder, as I'm driving, I hear some lights. Whoop, whoop. And I'm like, I know they're not coming for me. It's okay. God's got me covered. Well, this time God said, I'm going to teach you a lesson. And so this kind officer pulls me over, and I'm praying, and I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, all right, God, what you going to say? And now here's the honest truth. I made sure my wallet was on front of the place. I played no games with that. It's right there on the dash. Whatever you need, it's right here, sir. We're not grabbing for nothing. I need to get home. And so, so he comes to the car, and he says, sir, where are you going? So I said, I got a meeting. I'm late for this meeting at the church. And so he says to me, where are you going so fast? And so I said, Doc, I'm late. He said, you're the pastor? And luckily enough, family, this is so kind. I'm wearing a shirt that says Allegheny East Conference Youth Ministries. So he says, Youth Ministries, what's that? I said, yes, God. I said, well, Elder. I said, officer. I said, I get to be the director for a faith-based nonprofit with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And we serve ministries all the way from I'm giving him the whole spiel. And I said, I'm preparing for camp. And do you know, we let kids come for free. Listen, when I tell you I'm turning it on. And so he says, oh, that's kind of you. License and registration. I said, oh, takes my license and registration. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll pay the ticket. It is what it is. Comes back, and as I get it, he looks at me, sir, I'm going to give you a warning. Go and be faithful. And I said, wait a minute. He says, something about the cross that's on your shirt that told me that I should extend mercy to you today. Verbatim. And I moved, family, because literally the gap between us and the mercy, the gap between us and the law is the cross. And hear me, family, God is trying to tell the children of God, because of the gap that I have filled in, I've got mercy for every misery that you might meet. And this is why, children of God, we can celebrate together in this space, because all of our misery might be different. Although it might be different, we serve a God who's got enough mercies to meet every single one of our misery. And this is why it troubles me when church folk come to church and the worship leader has to prod and push you to give God praise. Like we've got to convince you that God is good. If you didn't experience God, listen to me. In fact, maybe you're not certain of it, but you're alive this morning. Maybe the oatmeal was a little stale because you wanted to get something else, but you got something to eat. Maybe the clothes are not what you really wanted to wear, but you got something to wear. And what I'm trying to tell the children of God is every chance you get to give God praise, you ought to open up your mouth and put your hands together and help me give God praise, because he's been that good. This is why the psalmist puts it there. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for his mercy endures forever.